Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. I'm representing what most people missing, the Trinity. I'm talking about the Holy Trinity, not a fairy tale, the original trilogy. Now as the truth unfolds, you may not understand, but soon you'll know. A servant of God, and it's time to go home. The Trinity is God, we are not alone. Three separate entities, yet they are one. God is the Father, God is the Son, God is the Spirit, and we are the angels. God's in the making, that's why you niggas hating. All bow down to the Holy Trinity. Bow down to me because they be within me. We know love, but we do hate the enemy. Your punishment is hellish, that's the way it will be. You disobeyed the Father and you murdered his Son. Rejected the Spirit, now your ass is done. You thinking that we soft, nigga, we hardcore. Hebrew Israelite 144. We a special group, but the Lord has more. The Holy Trinity is more gifted than y'all. You look in the mirror and your ass see a demon. You thinking that you special, but your ass just dreaming. Your vessel is empty, you don't have the Spirit. Your ass ain't shit, you won't be forgiven. Now your ass bitter cause you lost to the winner. I'm not bullshitting, nigga, ordained killer. What up, niggas? The 144,000 coming for your ass. Alrighty then, now. Uh-oh, wait a minute. Alright. Okay, as always, let me close this stuff up so I can begin. This is the longest video I've ever made since I've been on YouTube. And I've been on YouTube for almost 3 years. So this will definitely be a quick introduction. Basically like 99% of this video I recorded with the phone. So let me hurry up and shut up. Okay, I just want to throw this in right quick. Paul Begley was talking about this giant space meteor explodes over Earth, 10 times bigger than Hiroshima. And people was leaving comments and like, how come they didn't tell us and all this shit. I think he said it was like 16 miles above the Earth. I don't know about this shit. Something about this shit ain't right. And a number of people left comments and they was like, cause it supposedly exploded over the ocean. And it's like, okay, there wasn't no tsunami or nothing. This shit was, people just not hearing about this shit. And did anybody hear this explosion? And it's supposed to be 10 times bigger than Hiroshima. And this event supposedly took place on December 18th, 2018. Same day, Igor supposedly put that fake pyramid above the Pentagon. But it is what it is. So that's all I got to say about that. My nigga, Paul Begley. Alrighty then. Bye. I'm gonna show y'all some a couple of images right quick. Shout out to everybody who've been sending me images and emails and so on and so forth. Much love to all my subscribers. Forgive me for keep messing up while I'm talking. Got all this crapola going on with this weather. My throat is kind of, now these images right here I got from one of my subscribers, and these images are beautiful. They took these images was taken from an airplane, and I'm not gonna sit here and try to pretend like I know what I'm seeing other than what I'm seeing. I always talk about being blind like a motherfucker. My third eye is wide open though, baby. So I'm just showing these images just just so y'all can check it out in case y'all see anything. Blah, 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 blah. And, of course, you can see some shit over here. I don't know what the fuck this is. I don't know if this is a boat. I don't know if this is a submarine. Or if it's just the water. I don't know. I don't know. And then we got this, you know, all kinds of beautiful shit up here. Is this beautiful? Let me see. This is another image. And, whatever this is in the water, you see the image is different now. Is it just the ocean? Is it a motherfucking Russian submarine? But I'm just putting these images up here so y'all can check them out. And y'all can look up at, you know, if y'all want to do y'all little investigations with y'all eyes. Because y'all know I can't see shit. But yeah, like I said, these images are beautiful. Shout out to everybody else who sent me images as well. I'm going to continue to look over those images as well and anything else that people send me. Let me see. One more thing. Oh, brother, here we go. Okay, there I go. What up, niggas? I want to show this image again right quick, too, that I showed in that last video. Shout out to my subscriber who sent me this image. Y'all know I was talking about this big ass face right here. I mean, look at that motherfucker. And they sent me an email. I think it was the next day after I uploaded this video. And I told them that I think I see a couple of big ass faces on the other side of this motherfucker too. And obviously these ain't as clear as this motherfucker over here. But another one of my subscribers noticed this shit as well. Like I said, y'all ain't blind like I am. Y'all can probably see that right there. This is all kinds of paranormal shit going on in this motherfucker. And I noticed this shit when I first started checking this shit out. But once I cleared this picture up, this shit came out so clear that I completely forgot to talk about this shit. Like I said, this ain't as clear. These motherfuckers over here ain't as clear as this shit. But yeah, look like some fucking what you call them motherfuckers? Them alien grays or something like that. But this motherfucker right here, I mean, goddamn. It's gonna be trouble. Uh-oh, I lost it. Oh, brother, here we go. Stop. Oh, Jesus Christ. Stop playing. Thank you. Damn computers. But anyway, that's all I gotta say. Nothing. I did all my talking and shit talking and stuff throughout this video. I'm talking about all kinds of shit. This madness, these demons, and all this craziness going on. So, what's new? Me being a member of the 144, being who I am. Lord have mercy. Ain't no need of me saying nothing else. So I'll shut up and I'm gonna play the main part of the video now. And again, shout out to everybody been sending me emails, all my subscribers, and all that good stuff. That's it. I'm out of here. Peace. The last of these 3 supermoons, or whatever the fuck you call it. Thank God. Shut up. These full moons have been driving these niggas, driving these demons crazy. And of course, these demons have been driving me crazy.
Lord have mercy. Over the last number of weeks, of course, they've started this bullshit. With these fake ass scandals and false flags and hearing about certain people dying and all this shit. Here we go with this distractional bullshit that these motherfuckers do every fucking year around this time, trying to distract these motherfuckers. You know, they got that bullshit that was going on with Brie Larson, that Captain Marvel shit. Here we go. These motherfuckers making noise. Then they also got that bullshit going on with R. Kelly, Mr. Pee-Pee Man. Player Lord, Lord of all players, R&B singer R. Kelly. He's supposedly holding some girls hostage. Quick audio. This is from YouTube channel The Young Turks.
Earlier this week, there was an explosive piece written in BuzzFeed in regard to R. Kelly and how parents have alleged or accused him of holding young women captive as sex slaves. Now, one of the women who is allegedly held captive is Jocelyn Savage. And she released a video claiming that, no, my parents are overreacting. I'm here because I want to be here. Now, whether or not she's telling the truth is up in the air. It's something.
You are not being held against your will or doing anything that you do not want to do.
Oh, no, not at all. I've never been feeling hostage or anything like that in that nature. Never.
All right, here's a little more audio from the Young Turks talking about R. Kelly.
So the accusations included that R. Kelly would take their cell phones away and give them a different cell phone that they could only use with permission from R. Kelly. There were also accusations that they had to dress a certain way and, turn their backs to men in the room so the men don't check them out. Just, manipulation and control. And the thing that makes these cases or these accusations extremely difficult is these women are of age, they're not minors, and if they're saying that they're there because they want to be there, because there's consent, then authorities can't do anything about it. But R. Kelly has had a pretty dark history involving women, including having to stand trial after a video was, I was going to say leaked, which is not a pun.
Why is it a pun? Why would it be a pun?
Because in the video, he was seen urinating on a 14-year-old girl that he was engaging in sex acts with. I don't know how he got away with that case, but he got away with that case.
It had something to do with the process by which the video was made available.
It's a technicality, yeah.
We finally got past these fucking full moons. These super moons, whatever the fuck they was called. These 3 super moons, full moons that we've had past 3 months, January, February, and March. Me being who I am, being in the spirit, I always joke about can't see worth shit, but my third eye is wide open. And leading up to each one of these super moons that we had, whatever the fuck you call them, these last few months, each time we had this full moon, these last 3 months, of course, me being who I am, 144. God. Christ in the flesh. A motherfucking super empath. I'm always experiencing shit. Some kind of crazy spiritual shit. Usually some demonic shit. Just before these events. I just talked to one of my subscribers talking about my fucking just my emotions just up and down. You know, I'm just trying my best to hold on to my sanity. This last super moon, whatever the fuck you call it, that we just had, I ended up getting sick like a motherfucker. Ate too much bullshit. Slept the shit off. I slept for about fucking 10, 11 hours. Then I tried to get my strength back and shit over the next number of days, while at the same time, of course, I'm trying to work on the video. And that was that video I made, that first video when I was talking about Sasquatch. Eventually, I mentioned in that video that I it was woke for like 24 hours, and it was probably more than that at that particular time that I mentioned this shit. I got so much sleep the days prior to that I couldn't get to sleep, and mainly couldn't get to sleep because I was worried about the fucking video. But also I couldn't get to sleep because I had so much sleep all those days, you know, 2-3 days prior. So I was woke for like 24 hours. Like I said, probably more than that at that particular time. It was about 7 o'clock in the morning when I finished recording that video, and still didn't get to sleep till about 12 hours later. So I was probably woke for at least 48 hours. Here come the kitty cats. Shut up and be quiet, motherfucker. I experienced so much bullshit whenever we had these events. I talked about this a number of times, of course. Blood moons, super moons, 5 waves of energy and all this shit going on. Asteroid passing by. It affects me in a way that is just undescribable. So each one of these full moons that we had, as usual, I gotta go through some shit. And it affects me more than it affects most people because I'm more aware of what's happening. And of course, most people, they already fucked up anyway. So no matter how it affects them, to them it's like a normal fucking day. So I had the little bullshit that I went through leading up to this full moon. The first full moon, super moon, whatever the fuck you want to call it, that we had in January. Of course, I made that video called Super Blood Wolf Moon effect, when I was pretty much forced to put these so-called women in line who for some reason feel the need to talk shit about the men of God like it's their fault that they lost their soul. And in that video, I mentioned that I got into it with this woman next door. My Father in heaven has blessed me with so much willpower and patience. And that's truly a blessing and a curse when you living with these fucking demons in this fake ass reality that we living in. Because this situation with this woman next door, I did everything in my power not to cuss her ass out. But I said more than enough to let her know that I was pissed off. She knew I was pissed off. So, of course, that shit happened just prior to the first supermoon in January. So after that shit went down, over the next number of weeks, I did everything I could to avoid that motherfucker. Whenever I got ready to come out the back door, I always made sure she wasn't around and shit. I didn't talk to that motherfucker for weeks. Unfortunately, just before the next full moon, what a surprise, I came out the back door and I forgot to look out for that motherfucker. And as soon as I came out the back door, well, a coincidence, she was coming out her back door. And I was like, God damn. I pretty much started running, trying to get in this garage before I hear a fucking voice. I get in the garage. I take a seat, trying to chill. A few minutes later, all of a sudden, she starts calling. Michael. God damn. As soon as she started calling me, as soon as I heard the sound of her voice, all of the energy was sucked out of me. And I actually felt like I was about to fucking faint and hit the goddamn ground. And this is what these fucking demons do. They suck the energy right out of your ass. So I'm all of a sudden, I'm like this and shit. And I grabbed the motherfucking headphones, shoved the motherfuckers in my ear, and start listening to the music. Turned that motherfucker up, and I'm trying to ignore this motherfucker. And of course, she's still calling me. Micah. And I'm trying my best to ignore her. I'm about to fucking go nuts. These fucking demons will not leave me the fuck alone. I continued to ignore her. She continued to call me. But eventually, a few minutes passed, and things quieted down. Next thing you know, she starts banging on the side of the garage. Michael. I'm about to fucking go nuts. I mean, what the fuck is wrong with these fucking people? Michael. I'm like, okay, this, you know what? I'm about to fucking go. I'm about to fucking go insane. There's only so much holding back that a nigga can do. So I was just like, fuck it. I got up to go see what the fuck she want. And of course, she needed me to do some manly shit for her. Because she ain't got a man. What a surprise. But check this out. Do y'all know when this nut job was banging on the side of this garage? Do y'all know she was using a broom? A broom. She had a broom in her hand, y'all. A broom. Do y'all think that's a fucking coincidence? A broom. Yep. These people, just like us, they waking up to who they truly are. I'm not calling her names. I'm serious. I've talked about this a number of times. All this shit y'all see in the movies. These monsters, creatures, devils, ghosts, aberrations, whatever the fuck you want to call these motherfuckers, these reptilians, witches, all of this shit is real. This is who these people really are. And when it comes to these witches, for example, I mentioned this before that Yash Kara, he was the first person who said that a witch ain't nothing but a female demon. Me being who I am, being in the spirit, seeing all kinds of shit. I've seen these motherfucking witches before. Now, talking about the movies, over the last 15, 20 years, they've been showing these witches in the movies more and more as looking, if not looking normal, they be real pretty. And this is basically what we are seeing today in our daily lives. You know, it's just like I showed that picture of what's that crazy ass bitch name? Lady Gaga. She's not just dressing up like a witch just because she liked the way that shit look, or she's trying to make a fashion statement. No, she's a fucking witch. Whatever the fuck that thing is. You know, just like Roseanne Barr, even somebody like Angela Bassett. These are high-level Illuminati witches. Literally. Because everybody's waking up to who they truly are. But when it comes to our true form, the way we really look, specifically I'm talking about these witches, them some ugly motherfuckers. Like I said, I've seen one of them motherfuckers before. The way they used to show these witches in these motherfucking movies, TV shows, cartoons, back in the day, the ones that be real ugly and gross and just long nose and shit, yeah, that's exactly how they look for real. And as these motherfuckers continue to wake up to who they truly are, yeah, y'all gonna see these motherfuckers in their true form. These witches are real. Demons, ghouls, all that shit. These are the motherfucking people that we are living with right now. This fucking lady next door, she know I don't like her. She know why I don't like her. Ain't gonna stop her from fucking with me though, is it? Nope. This is how sick these motherfuckers are. Now, if you know a nigga don't like you, why the fuck would you keep fucking with him? Satanic. Plain and simple. These motherfuckers are insane. And I've said this so many times. These people, they do not have Christ in their life. They do not have Christ within them. They don't have life. They are technically dead. And they need us to survive. They need this energy from us. This is the reason why they can't leave us the fuck alone. This is the reason why, even if they know you don't like their ass, they just gonna keep on fucking with you. These motherfuckers are satanic. They're insane. They antichrist. They some wicked ass, brain dead, damned pieces of shit. Now, don't get it twisted. I don't hate this motherfucker because she did one thing to me. Nigga, please. This shit's been going on for at least 2 years. And being who I am, 144, super empath. I can smell these demons coming a mile away. And I knew she was going to be trouble. But like I said before, these people, they are driven by the spirit world. They are driven by these demons to come into our lives, especially members of the 144, especially niggas like me. They are driven by the spirit world, driven by these demons to come into my life because it's time for them motherfuckers to be judged. Shut off that goddamn horn. So nice and peaceful. Pretty much all day. Soon as I start recording, here comes all the motherfucking noise. Talking about these people. And this ain't just about people who have lost their soul. Because I just mentioned this shit to one of my subscribers. And so many words I said that even people who are awake drive me insane. Because everybody's on a different level. That video I made called Hey Illuminati, Why Are You Afraid Now? In that video I said that because we've been lied to our entire lives, while I was growing up, I would always hear dumb niggas say dumb shit. And here's another example of some dumb nigga shit that I used to hear dumb niggas say when I was growing up. Every fucking time these niggas would see an old man, this is what they would say. Ooh, look at him. He's so old. I bet he's old and wise. You know, he's seen everything. Look at him. He's so old and wise. No, he's not. Lord have mercy. One of the things that we need to do is stop labeling people based on their age and based on their looks. Not everybody who's 90 years old is old and wise. You're not old and wise automatically just because you're 90 years old. Let's be honest. Most motherfuckers who are 90 years old are old and senile. I'm sorry, I'm just being honest. You are not automatically old and wise just because you old. 90 years old, 85 years old, whatever the case may be. It don't work like that. Just like you a kid, you 10 years old, or you a kid, you don't know nothing. No, that's not true. Listen. I've been talking about this more and more. That we all have past lives. People keep looking at this shit from this fake ass physical reality. They keep looking at this shit from this perspective of this world that lied to us from the beginning. These kids are not really kids. Just like a lot of these adults ain't really adults. Especially when people put a number on this shit, because we all got past lives. Especially when you talking about so-called black man and black woman. Somebody made a video, and they said that they saw kids in hell, and this would confuse a lot of people, because they always thinking about the kids, and we all know we got some kids out here who murdered other kids. They straight psychopaths, just completely out of control. Oh, but they kids. No, they're not. We all got past lives. And this person who put up that video talking about they saw kids in hell, the reason is because it's not really a kid. Again, especially when you talking about so-called black man and black woman, people keep looking at this shit from this reality, this physical bullshit. We all got past lives. Some of these kids, especially if they niggas, they might be millions of years old, if not billions. And I'm not bullshitting. And this is what people can't comprehend. Same goes for anybody else that's supposedly an adult. These motherfuckers, especially niggas, been around for millions of years old, billions of years. When you put, from the perspective of putting a number on it from this human perspective. Because like I said, ain't no time in heaven, ain't no time in the higher realms. You dealing with the now moment. You dealing with light years and shit. But if you put a number on it from our human perspective, niggas, we are millions, if not billions of years old. So if you see a kid in hell, it's because he's not a kid. He might have been a kid in this physical form while he was here in this particular reincarnation, but that motherfucker is old as shit. So a lot of people keep looking at these kids and thinking they're so fucking innocent. Please. So again, you can't look at the age or how they look or just the skin color and determine whether that person is old and wise or young and dumb. It don't work like that. It's all about who that person is individually, the spirit within that person, whether that person is a good soul or not, whether that person is righteous or not, what that person has gained based on knowledge, wisdom, and understanding throughout their incarnations. So you can have an old man, low IQ, dumb as shit, and you can have one of these 10-year-old kids, high IQ, wise as shit. Depends on who it is. Because, like I said, everybody keep looking at this shit from this human perspective. These so-called adults ain't adults. These so-called kids ain't kids. Like I said before, you can't say, he black, so he going to heaven. Or he white, he going to hell. It don't work like that. It depends on who they really are. People think that an adult is somebody who got a fucking job, got credit cards, they got a house, they got kids, they got money, they 50 years old. That's an adult. No. And adults is anybody who knows the truth and they accepted the truth. That's who an adult is. Don't let this fucking world fool you about what the fuck is really going on. Because it's just like this being 18 years old. You turn 18 years old according to this wicked ass world. You turn 18 years old, that means you're an adult. Bullshit. Let me tell y'all the real reason why they tell you that you're an adult when you turn 18. Reason number one, everybody around that time when you turn 18 years old, you are in the beginning stages of waking up to who you are gonna be in this fucking world. And so-called powers that be, they tell you you're an adult at 18 because they want to hurry up and throw your ass out in this fucking world so they can grab your motherfucking brain and get you before you start hearing the truth. This is the reason why they tell you're an adult when you turn 18. Another reason why they tell you you're an adult when you turn 18, of course, there's always some subliminal bullshit going on. They fucking rituals and shit. They picked that number 18 because 666 is 18. Yeah. Just like they got these fucking tractor trailers, these semi trucks. 18 wheels, you know. They call them 18 wheelers, you know. And I even talked about in that Antichrist video that I made. Having them dreams being chased by a motherfucking semi truck. I mean, what the fuck? Yeah. All this shit is satanic, demonic, prophetic, all that shit. None of these, like I said, these motherfuckers ain't making up shit. They ain't creating shit, nothing. All this shit is part of God's plan. And these motherfuckers ain't fooling nobody but themselves. And talking about that motherfucking number 18 and being 18 years old, this is why YouTube, the Illuminati, is freaking out anyway. Because like I said, they know that it's been about 18 years. Something like that since September 11th. And they concerned about us bringing up old shit. Yeah, they know a lot of motherfuckers just turned 18 and they want to hurry up and try to grab them motherfuckers before they hear us speak the truth. See? I said over and over and over again, you niggas ain't fooling me. Unfortunately, a lot of white people they only believed in Jesus because of the color of his skin. And a lot of white people, when they found out that Jesus is black, they was like, nigger, yeah. Mm-hmm. But there's a lot of white people. They believed in Jesus, period. They believed in him. They believed in what he stood for, what he stands for. So when they found out he was black, they didn't give a damn. It didn't make no difference to them. So the name Jesus and that white image of Jesus, it really fucked a lot of people up. But it was all part of God's plan. A lot of white people are rejecting the true color of Jesus, and they don't even realize rejecting the true color of Jesus is rejecting Jesus. But they'll find out the hard way. It is what it is. And so, white Jesus didn't just fuck up a lot of my black people, especially my Hebrew brothers. And I already spoke about this shit. I said enough. I'm moving on. But it is what it is. Throughout my life, I always believed in Jesus. But for some reason, I just couldn't really relate to him. And of course, I didn't understand why that was until I found out Jesus is black. So because I am who I am, subconsciously, I knew who Jesus really was, especially when it comes to the color. So it was almost in a sense like I couldn't relate to him based on the fact that, yeah, subconsciously I knew the truth. Because like I said, I believed in Jesus. But for some reason, I couldn't quite relate to him. And it's because subconsciously I knew that that image they were showing of him wasn't true. But this is how sad this shit is. Because like I said, you got a lot of people who are rejecting Jesus. Strictly based on color. And like I said, they rejecting Jesus. And don't even know it. You know, it's like, okay, you can't accept what color he really is. You are rejecting Jesus. Me, if Jesus really was white, you think I'm gonna reject him? That's fucking stupid. No, he's white. So I'm gonna reject him and be a wicked ass motherfucker like the rest of these idiots. And I'm gonna go to hell. Please. And this is exactly what these motherfuckers are doing. That name Jesus. Ooh, that name Jesus. And that white image of Jesus. And the way he's been portrayed throughout our lives. It's fucked up everybody. But like I said, I know it's hard for people to comprehend this shit. But all of this shit is part of God's plan. He's in complete control. He knew exactly what was going to happen down to the tiniest detail. But, you know, a lot of these niggas, you don't use the correct name, you going to hell. Lord have mercy. Even Yash Karai was talking about this shit. He said, "Don't nobody know his correct. Don't nobody know his correct name, the right name." Yeah. And basically, what he was talking about is it's right there in the Bible. Whatever name you want to use, Jesus, Yahweh, whatever the case may be, it's right there in the Bible. Talking about the Messiah, that he will have a new name. And Jesus is God. Therefore, because he's God, he's omnipresent. Therefore, he's in the future. If he's in the future, he already got his new name. Therefore, no matter what name you're using, you still ain't using the correct name. But like I talking to one of my subscribers, yeah, most people ain't got common sense, and they sure in the hell ain't got wisdom. And wisdom is an advanced form of common sense. So you know these motherfuckers ain't got no wisdom. Intelligent dummies. You know, I'm so sick of this shit. I wish one of these motherfuckers would come up to me tell me I can't use the name Jesus. I'm gonna punch that motherfucker right in his face. Leave me the fuck alone and shut the fuck up. You want to use your Howard Shai, use your Howard Shai. You want to say Yeshua, God, whatever, Yashara, whatever. Have fun. Leave me alone, nigga. I mean, damn. You got people say you can't say Jesus, that's not his name. I've heard people say Yahweh Shai is not his name. I've heard people say Yeshua is not his name. I've heard people say you can't say God, that's the fallen angels. I've heard people say you can't say Messiah, that's the reptilians. It's like, okay, why don't y'all just shut the fuck up? I mean, goddamn. I talked about this before. You think they don't know what the fuck is going on with all this shit? Like, we really gonna be rejected because we use the wrong name. Like our Father in heaven didn't know we was gonna be using different names and languages and all that shit. These are some crazy motherfuckers. I can't wait till this shit is over. It's just like I said, even the people who are awake drives me insane. Yeah, it's just like me. If I'm walking down the street and somebody be like, somebody recognize me from my YouTube channel and shit, and they be like, yo, what's up, Player Lord? Can I talk to you, man? What's up? And I be like, my name ain't Player Lord. My name is Michael. You called me by my wrong name. I can't talk to you. Get the fuck out of here. Now, first of all, that's some rude shit. But that don't make no fucking sense, do it? But this is basically what they telling us that the Messiah is going to do. You use the wrong name, you going to hell. So I guess if you use the correct name, you going to heaven, even if you're a wicked motherfucker. I guess. Yeah, it is what it is. I've been chosen to be a leader. And a number of years ago, right after I found out who I am, I said to myself, why do these people need a leader? And as always, the Holy Spirit answered me immediately. She was like, yeah, these some dumb motherfuckers. It didn't take me long to figure out why I've been chosen to do what I'm doing. I used to just sit back and be like, why have I been given so much fucking responsibility? Why am I going through so much shit? Why have I been given this authority on this level? The responsibility that I've been given, it's like, what the fuck? The spiritual power that I've been given. It's like, why? Why me? And then I realized it's because I don't give a fuck about this shit. This is why I am who I am. And I've mentioned this many, many times. I am not the only one. But this is why I've been chosen to do this shit. Because it's literally impossible for me to be corrupted. That don't mean that I'm perfect. Don't mean that I'm sinless. But there's absolutely nothing in this wicked ass world that I give a fuck about when it comes to what these so-called leaders in this world, the powers that be, the Illuminati, anything that this world has, I don't give a fuck about this shit. There's nothing that these motherfuckers can offer me that would even put any type of thought in my mind that I would sell out my people or myself. It ain't happening. What the fuck they gonna offer me? $1 trillion for me to shut up? Please. You don't do what we say, we gonna kill you. Please do. So I can get the fuck up out of here. Yeah. Okay, we gonna threaten your family. We gonna kill them. Too late. They already dead. Now what? I don't lust after power. And that's why I have it. I don't want to be a god. That's why I am. I was chosen to do this shit because I don't care about this shit. Therefore, I can't be corrupted. What the fuck is these wicked ass motherfuckers gonna do to make me sell out my people and sell my soul, turn my back on people and all this shit? It is nothing. I don't give a fuck about this money. None of this shit that these motherfuckers got. And the shit that I do have, I have it when it comes to the fucking the power, the authority, and all that shit, and the things that's coming in the near future. I have that shit, and it was given to me because I can be trusted. I don't give a fuck about this shit. Money, power, glory. Yeah, it is what it is. I just rather go sit in, like I said so many times, little cabin in the woods and get the fuck away from everybody. Yeah. Look, I care about as far as lusting after power and glory and shit. That's in my future. It's given to me by my Father in heaven. Because I can be trusted. I don't care about this shit. So I've been chosen to do this shit because I can be trusted, because I can't be corrupted. Like I said, they always put this shit in the fucking movies. I was channel surfing on motherfucking TV. I don't know what fucking movie this was. Because they always tell the same story. Same old shit. It was like I saw it like it was like an angel or whatever talking to this young boy, telling him who he is. Yeah, he's gonna be this great king and future leader and have all this power. You've been chosen. It's your destiny. Yeah. And and the dude was like, I don't want that shit. And the angel looked at him and said, that's why you've been chosen. Yep. Because true leaders don't give a fuck about this shit. We don't give a fuck about this power and all this shit. We are on a higher level than most people. And that's based on our age, our real age. Because I talk, like I said, we all got past lives. It's based on our age, our experience, the knowledge and the wisdom that we've gained throughout our incarnations. So we are on a higher level than most people. We know who we are, even if at this moment we don't consciously fully know. We know who we are. We know that this reality is bullshit. We can't be corrupted. We don't care nothing about this shit. We don't lust for power or none of that shit. The power, the glory, and all that shit is been given to us by our Father in heaven because we can be trusted, because we don't care about this shit. We can't be corrupted. That's why we've been chosen, because we don't care nothing about this shit. What the fuck? What would be the reason for me to stab anybody in the back? For what? Cabin in the woods, away from everybody. Shit, give me that shit, and I'm happy in the motherfucker. I'm gonna tell y'all the real reason why Alex Jones was banned from YouTube, and whether or not this motherfucker come back, I don't give a fuck. But I'm finna tell y'all what this shit was really about. Back in the day, bringing up old shit. Back in the day, we had a brother named Bill Cooper. I believe he was a former naval officer with Navy officer. What was it? Former naval officer, whatever the fuck they call it shit. Former military man, whatever, you know. Bill Cooper was the real Alex Jones. And what I mean by that is Bill Cooper was in the know, spoke a whole lot of truth, but he didn't want to be a part of the so-called Illuminati. He wasn't down with that shit. Exactly where he was with his faith, his spirituality. He seemed like a true man of God to me. But you know, it is what it is. We know the whole truth when this shit is all said and done. But Bill Cooper wasn't no fucking joke. He was Alex Jones before Alex Jones. And the problem with Bill Cooper was he spoke the truth, big time. But he wasn't working for the so-called Illuminati. Now, Bill Cooper, he had a radio show, and it was pretty much local. But he eventually started to do a little traveling, make certain appearances, speaking and all that shit. And he started to get more and more attention. It never got on the level of Alex Jones, the last 5-10 years, whatever it's been. But he was speaking a whole lot of truth. And he always talked about the powers that be, the government, was going to kill him. Eventually, Alex Jones had an interview with Bill Cooper. This interview, it might have took place in the late 90s, somewhere around the time. I'm not sure. But after this interview, Bill Cooper started talking shit about Alex Jones, talking about him being a fake and shit. And of course, this was when nobody really knew who Alex Jones was. So Bill Cooper started talking shit about Alex Jones and talking about he's fake and all this shit. Yeah. As time went on, Bill Cooper basically predicted 9/11. You know, he didn't mention New York or the planes, But he talked about some shit was about to happen. And he was right on point. And that shit went down. About a month later, the powers that be murdered Bill Cooper. Now, they murdered Bill Cooper for a number of reasons. But one of the main reasons they murdered him is because they needed somebody like him to speak the truth. But they wanted that truth to be under their control, you know. So what the powers that be did was they murdered Bill Cooper and they replaced him with Alex Jones. And of course, not long after this shit went down, Bill Cooper being murdered, this is when Alex Jones' career started to blow up. Yeah. But I just mentioned that our Father in heaven is in control of all this shit. It's his story, so on and so forth. The enemy has to speak the truth, but they're going to do it in their own way and mix it with lies, half truths, so on and so forth. So once they got Alex Jones right where they needed him to be, got rid of Bill Cooper and brought in Alex Jones, they wanted to use Alex Jones to get the attention of everybody who was waking up to all this madness going on. Because remember, this shit really started to take off when it comes to the conspiracy theories and the fall of America and all this shit. You know, just had September 11th, 2001 go down. So they got Alex Jones in this situation to speak the truth. More so than Alex Jones throughout his career, just lying about things. What he did more than just lie, what he did was he would hold back on a lot of truth. And during his career, they used him to guide everybody who was waking up to the truth. Guide them in a certain way to prevent them from waking up on a level where their soul can't be taken. See what I'm saying? So Alex Jones woke a lot of people up. But because he was controlled and still being controlled by the Illuminati, he was preventing these people from going to a higher level. Because like I said so many times, everybody's on a different level. You got a lot of people who are awake to the truth, but they're still not where they truly need to be. You got a lot of intelligent dummies out here, like I said. So over time, as Alex Jones got all these people to trust him, speaking all this truth, eventually Alex Jones started to slowly guide them into a different direction. And even though Alex Jones was speaking all this truth, talking about the Illuminati, talking about them being devil worshippers, pedophiles, so on and so forth, and how these politicians work for the Illuminati and they can't be trusted and they worship the devil and all this shit. They used Alex Jones to guide all these people who trusted him, who learned to trust him over time. They used him to guide these people in that certain direction and prevent them from getting to a certain level. So next thing you know, certain politicians will come up that Alex Jones will support. One of the first was Ron Paul. Who's a part of the Illuminati. That shit didn't quite work out, obviously. He didn't become president. But as time went on, all those people who trusted Alex Jones, followed Alex Jones, believed in Alex Jones. Alex Jones guided all them dummies to Donald Trump. This was the plan. So what happened is Alex Jones did his job. He woke up a lot of people. And not everybody fell for his shit as far as, getting stuck. They might have been stuck for a little while, but a lot of people who followed Alex Jones over the years, they realize that he's a fake ass piece of shit who works for the Illuminati. But most of them didn't. Most people still don't know who Alex Jones really is. So Alex Jones spoke all this motherfucking truth. But when it was time for him to support a certain candidate, the Illuminati let him know, and that's what he did. And he guided all these people who learned to trust him over the years, guided the motherfuckers to support Trump. Even though if they really wanted Trump to be president, he would have been president anyway, no matter what. Because like I said, what this was really about was keeping as many people at a certain level as they possibly could. So, Alex Jones, his job was done. That was his job, to speak a lot of truth, and at the same time to keep people at a certain level, preventing them from continuing to go to a higher level. Now check this out. So once he got banned from YouTube, his job was done. And it was time for him to go to another level. So not long after he got banned from YouTube, I started watching this motherfucker on his website. And I noticed this motherfucker started looking different. I was like, wait a minute. Who the fuck is this? I don't know if they brought out a new clone or if it's the same motherfucker. And he just went to another level by getting that reptilian lizard shit in his eye. Because as soon as I noticed this motherfucker started looking different, and like I said, this was right after he got banned from YouTube, all of a sudden, people start putting up videos showing this motherfucker with his left eye messed up.
Sweating the quill. Now, the spinal cord stuff comes out of the spinal cord, out of the chocolate chip thingy, and it's everything that the lizard is. The lizard's whole body is dead. The little lizard thing is dead, and it can't go back in. Can't get it back in. It's one way. Once it excretes this stuff, sweats this quill thing, the person's debilitated for an unknown amount of time. I don't know how long. But when they come back, they have to have some recovery time. But when they come back, they are not the person anymore. They are then the lizard. Let me put this to you flatly. The old person's consciousness is gone. The body is absolutely, totally dominated, and the lizard is smarter as a human then, and totally controls everything.
Player Lord Show episode 9. I didn't go into details about all the shit that went on while I was staying at that abandoned house. I talked about how it was a fucking relief to get away from these niggas over here in this fucking hell house. And it really was. Living in like I said, living in an abandoned house. Happy as shit. It just goes to show you how fucked up it is over here with these so-called people. I talked about not long after I got there, that abandoned house. The Holy Spirit was letting me know that motherfucking police was coming. And this went on for a number of days. Like I said, I was in spirit like a motherfucker. Third eye wide open. Seeing all kinds of shit. Before that incident took place and the police came in the house, I seen that motherfucker. Probably about 2 or 3 days before he came over there and shit. So-called dream. Actually, one of the dream was, well, I guess you could say it was a dream. Vision, whatever the fuck. Motherfucker was floating right outside the motherfucking bedroom window and shit. And like I said, that shit was like 2-3 days before that motherfucker showed up. One night I was asleep over there at that house and shit. Basically knocked the fuck out. I heard this real loud sound. It sounded like I don't know if y'all remember, they had a commercial. Might have been Android or something for his phone. And they had this sound effect that said droid. I don't know if y'all ever heard that shit. I'm at this motherfucking house and I heard this sound while I was knocked out asleep. Loud in the motherfucker. And it sounded just like that. But it didn't sound like it said droid. It was just, that's what it sounded like, but it was like, loud in the motherfucker. Now I'm going through all this shit, seeing all this shit, like I mentioned in that video, when I left this house and went over to that abandoned house. A lot of these demons follow me and shit. So I'm seeing all kinds of shit, experiencing all kinds of shit. So when I heard that sound, while I was asleep and I woke up, I'm thinking that those, some kind of dream or something. But when I woke up, I was laying in the bed. I woke up, sat up, and I just sat there for a while. And then I heard that sound again. Right above my motherfucking head. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? About 10 seconds later, I heard it again, a little bit further away. About 10 seconds or so later, I heard it again, a little further away. Like, I heard that motherfucker about 4 or 5 times after I woke up. And like I said, when I first woke up, it was right above my head. That was a big ass motherfucking mothership. I know it was. And I don't believe I heard that shit just because I was in the spirit. Because I kept hearing that shit after I woke up. So somebody had to hear that shit. That shit was loud in the motherfucker. But who knows? Because like I said, I was in the spirit like a motherfucker. Maybe I just had a connection with that motherfucker and I was the only one who could hear it. But that shit was loud in the motherfucker. And like I said, each time I heard that shit, it was further and further away. And like I said, when I went over to this house, all them damn demons followed me. Not all of them. Because we brung most of the demons in Gary, Indiana to this house during that time all that shit was going on with these niggas. But a lot of them followed me over to that motherfucking abandoned house. And I was seeing all kinds of shit. And like I talked about so many times, these fucking celebrities who sold their soul. I spent basically a whole week, and I'm not bullshit. I spent basically a whole week over at that fucking house in my so-called dreams, I spent basically the whole week with the fucking cast of The Walking Dead, that motherfucking TV show. And I ain't bullshit. I see these demons, these so-called people in this family, average person, these celebrities. I see these motherfuckers in my so-called dreams all the motherfucking time. And like I said, basically a whole week in my so-called dreams while staying at that abandoned house. I'm hanging out with the whole fucking cast, most of them anyway, of that motherfucking, the cast of that TV show, The Walking Dead. And that girl, I talked about this a number of times. I never seen, out of all the crazy shit I ain't seen, I never seen nobody in hell on the level of some of my other brothers and sisters and shit. But I always see these scenarios, certain hellish things going on. And for me, the scenery will be different, but there'll always be some kind of hellish shit going on. I seen during this time, I seen that chick from The Walking Dead. The one that was I don't know her name, the one that was dating that Asian dude. I guess he Asian. Whatever the fuck. In this so-called dream, I was in the streets and it was nighttime. And I saw that shit that I showed y'all in that video. You know, all them souls being tormented in that big ass pot type thing. They also showed some shit like that in the movie Scooby Doo. Like I said, they always put this shit in the movies. So I see that big ass pot, and I see all these souls up in this motherfucker. And one of the people I saw was that chick from The Walking Dead. And I can't remember recognizing anybody else in that motherfucker. It might have been the rest of the motherfuckers from that fucking show. But when I recognized her, I just reached in there and grabbed and pulled out. And I didn't even know it was a big ass demon standing right next to that motherfucker, overseeing that shit. And when I pulled out, boy, he was mad the motherfucker. That motherfucker jumped on me, and I woke up. I was like, oops, I guess I wasn't supposed to do that. Play a Lord. What's up, baby? All right, you can go. Shout out. Brother, I already fed you niggas. Leave me alone. I seen so much shit. Experienced so much shit. I even had I remember one of my so-called dreams. Walking down the street, everything behind me was on fire. And I'm talking about not just behind me like blocks away. I'm talking about like just behind me. And the fire was surrounding me and everything. Didn't feel a thing though. When I started having these dreams, flying through the air like a superhero back in 2011, that's all I was doing. Just flying around. Wasn't doing shit. All of a sudden, I had a so-called dream I was flying like straight, what do you call it? Vertical. Because, usually you be flying or, superheroes and shit. It'd be fucking horizontal, it'd be flying like this and shit. And that's usually how I was flying and shit. But in this dream, I was flying through the air, fucking vertically, straight up. And I'm like, what the fuck? I tried to, straighten out so I can do like this and shit. But for some reason I couldn't get down like that and shit, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay. So I'm flying through the air like this and shit. Next thing you know, I literally flew into this young lady's window. I went in there, touched on her shoulder, and I healed her. And as I was getting ready to leave, I knew she was gonna thank me and shit. So I paused for a minute and I'm looking at her out the corner of my eye and she was like, thank you. And I nodded to her. And I flew out the window. Yep, I know. Sounds crazy the motherfucker, don't it? Yep. Like I told one of my subscribers, the crazier it sounds, the more likely it's true. That's who I am. That's who we are. Yeah, crazy, but yeah, that's not what I meant. But I'm talking about that's who I am. That's who we are. As far as saviors, specifically the 144. I've had all these dreams. 2011, 2012, so on and so forth. Flying through the air. And like I said, when it first started in 2011, I was just flying around. But the next thing you know, I started doing shit like I said, healing people, saving people, crushing demons' head up against the wall and shit. I fucking chopped the motherfucking leg off a giant one time and shit in my so-called dream. I ain't seen and experienced all kinds of shit. The first time I had the dream while I was flying, I was 5 years old, flying over some mountains and shit. And that was the only dream I ever had flying in the so-called dream. But then 2011 came. Shit, I was having a dream about flying damn near every night. And then I was thinking about how it would be to fly real fast. Because every time I had these dreams of flying, I'd be flying at a pretty much a normal pace, So I was thinking about this a lot over a number of days. This might have been in 2012 when this shit happened. Or either late 2011, somewhere around that time. I kept thinking about how it would be to fly real fast. Because like I said, all the things that the so-called black man, the black woman is experiencing right now, the supernatural, we are waking up to what we already know. We forgot so much. And I was sitting back thinking, how would it be to fly real fast? It's like, like Neo did in the Matrix Reloaded. From this human perspective and losing our memory and all that shit. I'm like, damn, how would you be in control flying that fucking fast? So, being who I am, G-O-D, just thinking about it for a number of days, next thing you know, I had a fucking dream flying real fast. Just like motherfucking Neo in The Matrix Reloaded. That that scene where he's just getting ready to catch Trinity when she's falling off that building. In this dream, it only lasted a few seconds, but I was flying real fast, just like Neo in that movie. Fucking amazing. One thing that was amazing about flying that fast is the fact that everything around me, of course, was going by real fast. Just like it did, in the movie The Matrix when Neo was flying real fast. But what's amazing about that shit is, even though I was flying really fast, and everything, of course, was passing by me real fast, I could clearly see everything. It was like, it was blurry, but it wasn't blurry. And another amazing thing about this flying real fast like that, I felt like I was in more control flying fast in that dream, more so than any of the other dreams when I was flying real slow. And here I am sitting here thinking about, man, how would you be in control? Being able to fly that fast. But I was in more control flying at that speed, that damn fast, than any of the other dreams when I was flying slow like a motherfucker. Go figure. But that's that high vibrational shit. Complete control. And when you experiencing this low level shit, it's hard to truly comprehend these unbelievable type of things when you brought down to such a low fucking level. This fucking physical reality. I even had a fucking I had a dream when I was flying through the sky and shit, and I was flying over this ocean, and there was a whole bunch of people like in this fucking whirlpool, I guess you call it, and they was fucking drowning. And me, just waking up to this shit and still thinking about this shit from a physical perspective. And I'm like, okay, I gotta save these niggas, but I ain't getting in that fucking water. Fuck that shit. I'm like, okay, what the fuck I'm gonna do? I was like, okay, I can do whatever the fuck I want to do. So I'm gonna see if I can levitate these motherfuckers up. And I ain't never did it before in a so-called dream. So I'm like, okay, I just start waving my arms up like this, you know what I'm saying? And just saying, get up, get up. That's all I was doing. And I kept looking and nothing happened. And I was like, damn, it didn't work. Because anything I try in my fucking so-called dreams, it always works. But this time, after I, tried to levitate them and shit, nothing happened. And I'm looking at them like, what the fuck? It didn't work. Next thing you know, they start being just yanked out the motherfucking water, one by one. I was like, yes! Yes! Shit. Yeah, boy. Bad motherfucker. I like, that shit better work. I ain't getting in that fucking water. And a lot of times, these so-called dreams could be some shit that we actually doing right now. Because sometimes these dreams, so-called dreams, it can be a parallel reality or whatever the case may be. But a lot of times the shit that you're doing, especially when specifically talking about 144, the things that we are doing in our so-called dreams is what we are actually doing in this fucking reality that we living in now. Yeah. It's just like the ritual that I performed And then next thing you know, somebody died. George Bush. People think I call myself Jesus. Because I'm delusional. Think I call myself God because I'm just a Hebrew nigga and it's the thing to say. They think I call myself the Grim Reaper because it just sounds cool. But George Bush knows the truth. Talking about being homeless for about 6 weeks, and I was staying in this abandoned house. Wasn't eating a lot, going through all kinds of shit, so I was in the spirit like a motherfucker. Closed my eyes, I could see people walking around, all kinds of dreams and visions and shit. This house that I'm always talking about, these niggas, the shit that was going on. Every wicked entity that you can think of paid a visit to this fucking house. Obama's been here. Satan. All kinds of ghoulish creatures, celebrities. Over the years, especially those last few months before I left these motherfuckers and went to the abandoned house. Those last few months, we brought so much negative energy into this house. Every wicked spirit that could get here came through. We conjured up some shit. I don't call this shit Hell House. Just for the hell of it. No pun intended. Right after I left and went over to that house, one of my so-called dreams, I see everything that's going on at this house. And in one of my dreams, I saw Dave Chappelle come over to this motherfucker. And in case y'all new to this shit, yeah, Dave Chappelle is one of these dummies who sold his soul. And they killed his ass. Right after they cloned him. So his spirit came over here. Thank God I was already gone. Had enough with all the other shit. Not to mention these niggas as well. It's like, okay. And of course, y'all probably know about my videos, dead famous celebrities that I made on my original channel. These last few months. Of course, I just talked about this not too long ago. How, there was that video I made called Damned All the Heathens Are Afraid. And I said that, during the wintertime, these demons be out more. It's cold and ain't much sun out and shit. So here they come. So the last few months, I've been seeing everything. Yeah. Of course, family members too in my so-called dreams. Because them motherfuckers is gone. surprised I ain't seen this motherfucker next door. Now that I said, I probably will. Demons, demons, demons. That's all I see in my so-called dreams, especially around this time. And these so-called celebrities, which is demons. That video I made called Blood Sacrifice, narrated by Yash Kara, he mentioned Tyrese. I seen that motherfucker. Yeah. I mentioned in that those dead famous celebrity videos. I really only went into detail about the celebrities that I mentioned, went into detail about Tupac, but not anybody else. I mentioned seeing DMX. He came at me with a whole gang of niggas. Obviously didn't get the memo because I beat the shit out of all them motherfuckers. Demons always hanging around me trying to suck some energy off me. I seen Alex Jones, of course. What a surprise. Donald Marshall said that Alex Jones is at the cloning center. That shouldn't be a surprise. Saw Triple H not too long ago. The Game. Come to fuck with a nigga. This is what these demons do. And like I said, this is why a lot of people who don't believe in God, they don't believe in the afterlife, they don't believe in all this crazy stuff, but they starting to freak the fuck out like a motherfucker now because they starting to have these dreams and experiences too. And these fucking demons, they can't fuck with me like they did before for a number of reasons. And one of the reasons why they don't fuck with me like they want to is because I keep beating the shit out of them. And this shit is more real than people think. So because they can't fuck with me on the level that they could before, like I said, they just hang around me, you know. So they hang around me just close enough so they can suck some energy off of it. And depending on how I'm feeling, and they know whether I'm in a good spirit or not, whether I'm not feeling well or whatever the case may be, as far as being able to concentrate. If they know I'm not feeling well, that's when they really fuck with me. And if they know that I'm at full strength, they don't fuck with me. More times than not, I don't even see the motherfuckers. But what them assholes have been doing to me, like I just mentioned that asshole Triple H, who I just seen for the first time, they will just hang around me. And ain't really shit going on. And then all of a sudden, just before I wake up, they just start fucking with me in some way, shape, or form. You know, usually getting my face like this type shit. Something, you know. Trying to make me react in some way, shape, or form so I can shoot some energy off so they can suck that shit up just before I wake up. Because like I said, these motherfuckers rejected Christ. So they don't have no fucking energy in any way, shape, or form. They gotta get that shit from us, the energon cubes that we are. It's a number of people on YouTube. These motherfuckers want to talk shit about me so fucking bad. And they think that I don't know. They be trying to talk shit a little bit on the slide here and there. But they ain't never said nothing about me publicly on YouTube because they know they're going to get fucked up. And they think I don't know. I always joke about being blind and shit. Can't see shit. But my third eye is wide open. People would shit on themselves if they knew what I really knew. These motherfuckers ain't fooling me at all. I talked about that bitch fucking with me back in the day when I first got on YouTube in 2016. Somebody who I never saw before, never seen her face. And then all of a sudden, she shows up in my dreams. And just like I said before, people be like, well, how do you know it was her if you never saw it before? This is how I know. Somebody on YouTube who I've been listening to for a number of years, so-called average person, not too long ago, even though I've never seen this motherfucker before, he showed up in my so-called dreams. This motherfucker been falling off, losing his way. This might have been maybe 5, 6 months ago. I was laying in the bed, getting ready to go to sleep. As soon as I dozed off, I heard this motherfucker's voice clearly. And I woke up. Thought I left the motherfucking computer on or something. A few days later, even though I never seen this motherfucker before, there he is in my so-called dreams. Getting in my face. Just like these goddamn demons. These fucking intelligent dummies. But it is what it is. People still waiting for the prophets to show up. They still waiting for these white men in the dirty ass robes to come and save their ass. They still waiting for Jesus to show up. They still can't comprehend that what's coming is us. We are what's coming.